we are?
Richard of Windle, Hey!
A city of water and sun. Such beauty is the pride of every Strahtan citizen.
As it should be. No matter how often I come here, I can't help but gasp at its splendor. It's like a jewel box has been upended on the sand.
A jewel box? Anyway, Verona is nothing to sneeze at either.
Ah, indeed. The ancient castles and historic neighborhoods are as pieces of a shimmering jewel box that conveys our rich history.
Another jewel box?
Zavhert may be lacking in traditional beauty, but neither city can match its sheer majesty.
Perhaps it is so. Zavhert is built from hard labor and workmanlike skill, a veritable jewel box boasting the artistry and craftsmanship of her designers.
Enough with the jewel box!
Asbel?
Did I say that out loud?
This is starting to get out of hand.
I couldn't do anything for her. I didn't know what to say.
Few people would. It's a difficult problem with no one simple solution. Right now, you need to attend to business. You can make time for Sophie later.
You're right. Of course. So, Hubert, will we see the president soon? Hubert?
Yes, of course.
Worried about the president's daughter, are you?
Captain,
Wait, what?
it's nothing. It's just a little marriage proposal.
I never thought I'd hear the words Hubert and marriage in the same conversation.
You're one to talk. Mother had plenty to say about you in her letters, you know.
Don't you two have anything better to do than discuss my personal life?
Don't look at me. Your marriage is all she can think about anymore.
It is a sign of great trust for the president to offer you his daughter's hand.
I know, and that's what makes it so awkward. If you hadn't sent that request for aid, I don't know what I'd be doing now.
If you're this worried, Hubert, maybe we shouldn't go on.
I'm not worried, it's just I don't know how to approach the president, because I have no intention of accepting the proposal.
The president is reasonable. If you speak with him, man to man, I'm sure he'll understand.
So, how is your foster father doing these days, Hubert?
Well, he spent quite a bit of time moping around the house.
Was he sick?
No, it's from when the president discovered his plan to take over Lant. You can imagine the repercussions he had to face as a direct result. I won't lie, those were tough times. But now my father and the president seem to be getting along far better than they were before.
So, all the talk about you marrying the president's daughter stems from that?
Yes, that may be the case.
Regardless, treasure the time you have left with your father. You don't know how long his health will hold, and I'm sure he still has things to teach you.
There isn't much I care to hear from that particular father.
The more I see of men like you, the less I want a son of my own.
Does that mean you want a daughter, Captain Malik?
Well, I suppose I wouldn't mind an adorable little girl.
Adorable, sure. Until she grows up and calls you a pig and tells you to stay out of her life forever.
Hubert, does it bring you joy to crush my dreams?
Oh, please, Captain. I'm only being realistic. Whether he's right or not, I do have things to report. I suppose a quick family visit wouldn't hurt? Mr. President.
Hubert, Lord Asbel. My goodness, King Richard.
What's going on? Did something happen?
We've received word that the Valkanus is under attack.
Damn! I didn't think the monsters would get here so quickly.
Do you know something?
We can explain everything later. Right now, we need your permission to attack these creatures.
King Richard, I couldn't possibly ask that of you.
Please, I insist. My kingdom owes a great debt to the courage of Strahta. I would do anything in my power to help you.
Additionally, sir, I fear our soldiers will be no match for these monsters.
However, we have recently acquired the power to combat them.
Very well. If things are as you say, I will leave these beasts in your capable hands.
Thank you, Mr. President. We won't disappoint you.
Damn! They just keep coming!
Come on, let's lend a hand.
I expect the best from everyone.
Aha! Whirlwind Slash! Dual Blade Dance! Aha! Whirlwind Slash! Scale Fang! Prepare yourself!
Dance like the damned.
Instant Balls! Bloodshot! Now, it's over! Now, what? Shocking Light! Bloodshot! How's this? Now, Whirlwind Slash! You're gone! This may sting! Thunderbringer! Thrust! Whirlwind Slash! Strike! Okay! Fall! Now, Whirlwind Slash! Can you keep up?
How could I?
Rolling Thunderbolt! Whirlwind Slash! Okay!
No one can stand before my blade!
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Assemble the remaining soldiers and hold this point at all costs.
Yes, sir.
We need to do something about the monsters in these ruins as expediently as possible.
Doing so will earn you further accolades and raise your stock. Soon the president will beg to have you as his son-in-law.
Please, that's enough. It is not the sort of decision one should be coerced into making.
He's right.
But it's a truth of marriage. The higher you rise, the less your own opinions matter.
You too, Richard?
Oh yes. An endless stream of Windor nobility keeps pestering me about their eligible daughters.
I envy your array of options, Your Majesty.
Do you now? I've heard talk that you have a beautiful girl waiting at every port in the land.
Yeah, it's rough. Girls keep telling themselves and everyone else that they're my lover.
Interesting. Might you have done something to give them that impression?
Not that I can remember.
Come on, guys. This is crazy. I don't want to select a wife like I'm shopping from a catalog.
I'm sensing something strange. The monsters we seek may be nearby.
And with this, your stock will rise, the president will beg to have you as his son-in-law, and...
Again with this? Your lips are much too loose, Captain. What sort of soldier openly discusses his comrade's personal affairs?
Well, usually my lips are sealed, but when it's information we all share already, that's a different story.
My affairs are not common gossip.
Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure the captain spilled one of my secrets once.
Whatever are we to do with you, Malik? We shall have to find a punishment that fits your crime. Perhaps I should read aloud the contents of a certain love letter you wrote 20 years ago.
I don't know where you got that, but if you read it, I'll be forced to share humiliating stories from His Majesty's childhood.
You would threaten your king?
There's little difference between king and subject in a place like this.
Yes, well, let's put that aside and make for... Hey, stop! Listen to me!
Those new creatures are controlling the monsters Lambda left behind.
It appears Fourier was correct after all.
Let's do this.
I expect the best from everyone. Rolling Thunderbolt! This may sting! To heaven! This may sting! Strahta! This may sting! Prepare yourself! It's now time! I show my ace! No quarter! Thank you! Eat this! Stand and roll! Rolling Thunderbolt! This may sting! Rolling Thunderbolt! I bid you good day. That's the last of them.
We need to find the source of these monsters before things get worse.
Agreed. They're almost unmanageable as it is.
Let's return to the Amarcian Enclave and meet up with the girls. Thanks, Richard.
You look exhausted. Are you sure it's safe to keep wielding Lambda's power like this?
I'm fine. I'm just not used to it. Besides, I know he's not trying to control me.
Did he say that?
No. I just trust that it's true.
I don't understand, Asbel. I would never have the strength to trust him after what he did.
It's not about strength, Richard. If anything, I have to believe in him because I'm weak. But I suppose some things can't be helped no matter how hard you believe. When we were kids, I believed we'd be together forever. And so did Sophie. That's not gonna happen. Not as long as we're all human.
Asbel.
We can hope and pray and believe all we want, but it doesn't change a damn thing. That's why I don't know what to say to her.
A moment, please. I need to relay our report for the President.
So what's Fodra like?
That's right. You haven't been there before. Well, it's sad, actually. It's withered and desolate, and everything's dead.
And that's where Lambda came from.
Yeah.
You are conflicted.
Can't hide anything from you, huh? You heard what Sophie said.
Protoss haste was designed to destroy me. That was the entire purpose for her existence. And now that purpose is gone, it's no wonder she's malfunctioning. Without purpose, she's little more than an empty, soulless doll, doomed to be alone for all eternity. Quite tragic, really. Your human life is limited. How can you hope to save Protoss haste from her solitude?
Well,
Your worries grow with each passing moment. Can you find an answer in the midst of such despair? I look forward to watching your fragile little mind scramble for an answer.
alone for all eternity. I remember how I felt when Dad died. If I hadn't recovered from that. I thought I'd lost everything. But then Sophie was there for me. It made me happy. It was like being part of a new family. A family.
Thanks for waiting. Let's be on our way.
The girls are waiting for us. Let's hurry back to the Amarcian Enclave.
I wonder if Sophie's gonna be okay after this.
Asbel.
Richard, when someone dies, that's the end of their friendship, right?
Are you thinking about Sophie?
Yeah, what happens after we pass away? We would just end up becoming some distant memory for those left behind. If everything ends up disappearing in the end, what's the point of all this? And where would that leave Sophie? She would end up being all alone, without any of us to support her.
Asbel, let's not worry about such things now. That day is far in the future.
You don't know that. We could die tomorrow, or even today.
Asbel, calm yourself. Even if that happened, all we can do is value the time we have with Sophie. That way, a part of us will remain in her heart after we're gone.
Do you really think so?
Yes, I truly do. Now come on, let's go see Sophie.
Welcome back, fellas. How are things in Strahta?
We were able to dispatch the monsters there. However, more could appear at any moment. It's time for us to strike at the source.
Okay, then let's boogie off to Fodra as soon as we can.
Hey, Sophie. Look, I'm sorry. I wish I could promise to be with you forever, but it would just be a lie. I'll die before you, and there's no getting around it. But there's still plenty of time for us to deal with life together.
Together.
I've given this some thought, and if you want a family, I think we should give you one. From now on, your name will be Sophie Lant, and I'll be your father.
Sophie Lant.
From this moment forward, you and I are family.
So, you're adopting Sophie into the House of Lant?
I'll take care of her, just like my father took care of Hubert and me. Even now, his memory helps me in hard times. So I hope my memory can do the same for you. Although I have to admit, it feels a little weird being your parent. You used to be bigger than me, remember?
It's not weird, it's happy.
Well, if you're Asbel's daughter, I guess that makes you my niece.
So you're gonna be Uncle Little Bro. Now you just need to find Sophie a nice aunt.
What?
This gives us all the more reason to eliminate the monsters and secure our future.
Humanity's very existence is a crime. They can never promise forever. Do not trust their ambiguous words.
Who are you? Why did you say that? Hey, Sophie! Which is better, this machine or that machine? The one on the right. Okay, but what about these two? Left.
What are you both up to?
I heard that everyone gave wedding presents to Fermat, so I figured I need to give her something too.
Hence you're tinkering with the machines?
Yep, I made a bunch of presents. This one's an automatic shoulder massager. That one's an automatic egg cracker. And this one's an automatic bread kneader.
Those aren't very romantic presents for a newlywed.
Really? Oh, man.
Still, as long as you put your heart into it, I'm sure anything you had in mind would suffice.
Anything?
Yes. In fact, all you really need to do is show up and grace her with that radiant smile of yours.
Pascal, let's go see Fermat. You can show her your radiant smile. All right, it's decided. Let's go right now so I can give her my biggest wah-ha-ha grin.
No, wait a moment. Not the blah-ha-ha-ha-ha. Oh, too late. Well, then again, to have a chance to gaze upon even the worst of your smiles.
Sophie, want some of this?
Thank you. Sophie, are you cold? I'll get you a blanket. No, I'm okay.
Sophie, are you tired? It'll be a while before we reach Fodra. You should try to get some rest.
It's okay. I'm not sleepy yet.
Sophie, if anything ever troubles you, please feel free to talk to me about it.
Thank you. Captain, Pascal, everyone is being overly nice to me. I'll be nice to you too, Sophie. Give me a hug.
Pascal, stop. Everyone, come here. Your fawning over Sophie is freaking her out. For heaven's sake, think about what you're doing.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Sophie. It's okay. It made me happy. Thank you, everyone.
We're done here. Disperse.
It's not like that, Captain. But I do get scared when everyone's nice. Because I know it will end one day.